The FBI is currently investigating serious claims that sensitive documents from Donald Trump's presidential campaign were stolen in a cyber attack allegedly carried out by Iran. This investigation comes at a time when concerns over foreign interference in the 2024 U.S. election are growing, adding to the already intense atmosphere of American politics. Here's what's going on. The Trump campaign recently announced that they had been hacked by Iran, which immediately drew the FBI's attention. The FBI confirmed they are looking into this claim, although the Trump campaign hasn't provided concrete evidence linking Iran to the hack. Their claim came shortly after Microsoft released a report highlighting attempts by foreign actors to interfere in the upcoming election. According to Microsoft, one significant incident involved an Iranian military intelligence unit that sent a spear phishing email in June to a senior official in a presidential campaign using a compromised email account from a former senior advisor. Spear phishing is a common cyber attack method where attackers disguise themselves as trusted contacts to steal sensitive information. But it doesn't stop there. Reports suggest that the Biden-Harris campaign was also targeted in the suspected Iranian cyber attack. Sources familiar with the investigation who spoke anonymously indicated that at least 3 staffers from the Biden-Harris campaign received phishing emails. Fortunately, it appears these attempts didn't succeed, but the fact that they happened at all is concerning. The timing of these cyber incidents is crucial. The FBI has been investigating the Trump campaign hack since June, and there's strong suspicion that Iran is behind these attacks. The Trump campaign insists that these documents were obtained illegally to disrupt the 2024 election and cause chaos in the U.S. democratic process. Trump campaign spokesperson Stephen Chu emphasized that these documents are part of a coordinated effort to interfere with the election. Meanwhile, the Harris campaign has been cautious in its response. They have assured the public that their systems are under constant monitoring and protection against cyber threats, but have not confirmed whether they've identified any specific state-sponsored intrusion attempts. This careful approach reflects the delicate nature of the ongoing investigation. Iran has denied any involvement in the hacking of the Trump campaign, which isn't surprising. However, Iran has a history of engaging in cyber warfare, especially against nations it considers adversaries. Over the years, Iran's cyber capabilities have grown, and they've been suspected of several hacking campaigns targeting various regions. And let's not forget the tension between Iran and Trump, particularly after the 2020 drone strike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, making Trump a key figure in Iran's list of enemies. Microsoft's report provides further insight into foreign interference in the 2024 election. According to their analysis, foreign interference started off slowly, but has been steadily increasing over the past 6 months. Initially, Russian operations were the main focus, but recently, Iranian activity has become more prominent. Microsoft pointed out that Iranian cyber-enabled influence operations have been a recurring feature in the last 3 U.S. election cycles. Unlike Russia, which usually targets voters directly, Iran's operations tend to appear later in the election season and focus more on disrupting the election process through cyber attacks. Microsoft's report also suggests that both Iran and Russia are heavily invested in influencing the outcome of the 2024 election, raising serious concerns about the integrity of the U.S. electoral process. Now, let's talk about Kamala Harris and her chances in the 2024 election. Harris has been receiving a lot of positive media coverage recently, which has boosted her standing among voters. Major international betting platforms like Bet365, Betfair Exchange, and Bovada are now placing her ahead of Donald Trump in terms of winning odds. Some platforms have Harris as the favorite, with odds indicating that bettors would need to wager $125 to make a $100 profit if she wins. However, it's important to remember that these odds aren't predictions. They're simply a reflection of how people are betting. Harris's recent surge in odds is likely due to the excitement surrounding her unexpected entry into the presidential race and the positive coverage she's been receiving. But there are a few important factors to consider. While Harris is currently riding a wave of positive press, she hasn't yet provided many details about her plans as president. The enthusiasm around her entry into the race has certainly helped her gain support. But as the campaign continues, she'll need to present a clear vision and policy agenda to maintain her lead. The upcoming Democratic National Convention could be a crucial moment for Harris to solidify her position by offering more detailed plans. Another thing to keep in mind is that the dynamics of this race have already changed dramatically once. and it could happen again. Just as the political landscape was reshaped by Biden's decision to step down and Harris stepping in, future debates and other unforeseen events could significantly impact the election. When Harris and Trump finally face each other in debates, it could be a pivotal moment in the race. Finally, there's a historical perspective worth considering. According to The Conversation, a nonprofit news organization, the betting market favorites only lost 2 presidential elections since 1868. However, one of those losses was in 2016, when Trump defied expectations and defeated Hillary Clinton. So while Harris's current odds may look favorable, history has shown that the favorite doesn't always win, especially when Trump is involved. Now let's turn to another major story involving Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Musk recently organized a live stream interview with Trump on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, which was supposed to be a significant event. However, the interview faced a major disruption due to what Musk described as a massive DDoS attack. For those unfamiliar, a DDoS, denial of service attack, is a cyber attack that aims to overwhelm a server with excessive traffic, making it inaccessible to regular users. Musk claimed that this DOA guy attack was preventing the interview from going live as planned, even though they had tested the system earlier with 8 million concurrent listeners. Despite their preparations, the live stream experienced multiple crashes, leaving many users frustrated as they waited for the interview to start. Some listeners were left listening to hold music for about 30 minutes, while others encountered complete silence. The stream eventually began about 10 minutes after the revised start time, but the attack had clearly caused significant disruptions. Musk apologized for the delay, explaining that the DWS attack had saturated all of our deadlines and that hundreds of gigabytes of data were involved in the attack. However, he didn't provide any details about the source of the attack or why it specifically targeted the Spaces feature, which was being used for the interview, rather than affecting the entire Twitter platform. This raises important questions about the nature of the attack and its broader implications for free speech and political discourse. Musk suggested that the DWS attack was an attempt to prevent people from hearing what Trump had to say, but without more information, it's hard to draw definitive conclusions. What we do know is that there were no reports of widespread disruption to the X Twitter platform outside of the live stream with Trump, which adds another layer of mystery to the situation. This event highlights the growing challenges of hosting political content in the digital age, where cyber attacks and technical issues can quickly turn a straightforward event into a chaotic and controversial affair. As we approach the 2024 election, we can expect to see more incidents like this, where the intersection of politics, technology, and cybersecurity becomes a battleground for influence and control. In summary, the 2024 U.S. election is shaping up to be one of the most contentious and unpredictable in recent history. With allegations of foreign interference, sudden shifts in the political landscape, and the ever-present threat of cyber attacks, candidates and voters alike are navigating a complex and rapidly changing environment. Whether it's the FBI investigating a possible Iranian hack or Elon Musk dealing with a DDoS attack during a live stream, these events highlight the high stakes and intense scrutiny that define this election cycle. So we'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you the latest updates as they happen.